Hidden in the mountains of North Ossetia, in a place where mountain mists seem to hold their breath, stands Darvags, the ancient city of the dead. Its white stone crypts, seemingly embedded in the hillside, gaze silently and sternly down upon the valley. The remains of many generations rest here, but this place has never been an ordinary cemetery. According to legend, no one ever returned from there if they went too deep. Even the architecture of the crypts, multi-layered towers with pointed roofs, seems deliberately designed to confuse those who try to unravel its secrets. Among the moss and shadows, something greater seems to linger. An ancient power resting in this stone silence. You are on the Chronicles of Time channel, and today you'll find out. Who created the necropolis in the mountains, and why did they build it in such a place? Why are the bodies in the crypts untouched, as if someone is protecting them? Are the chambers of Darvags hiding artifacts or ancient knowledge? Why did the locals avoid this place, considering it cursed? Who left the symbols on the crypts, and what do they mean? Is Darvags just a cemetery, or a trace of civilization? Sit back, it's gonna be interesting. Darvags is an ancient necropolis known as the City of the Dead, located in the Republic of North Ossetia-Alania, Russia. It is situated in a remote mountain valley in the south of the country, among the Caucasus Mountains, about 40 kilometers from Vladikavkaz. From the mountain where the City of the Dead is located, it is difficult, but possible, to see the village of Darvags. Today, almost no one lives there, but once upon a time, the inhabitants of this very village buried their relatives in the City of the Dead. Many centuries ago, the village was the center of the Tagau community, and according to legend, Prince Tag lived there. Many well-known Ossetian surnames subsequently descended from him. According to legend, Tag first lived in the mountain fortress of Wallachia with his brother Kurt. But one day, while hunting, the brothers' falcons fought, and Kurt's bird won the battle. Seeing this, Tag was afraid that Kurt would one day defeat him and rise above him. Soon, Tag left Wallachia and founded the village of Darvags in a new place. Kurt continued to live in the same place and became the progenitor of another Ossetian community, Kurtatinsky. Today, almost only ruins remain of the fortress in Wallachia, and one of the two towers has been preserved. One tower was named after Kurt and the other after Tag. The complex consists of nearly 100 stone crypts built on a hillside. Historians believe that construction began in the 16th to 18th centuries. Initially, the inhabitants of Darvags buried their relatives in underground catacombs, but later, apparently due to a lack of available land, they switched to burials in family crypts. A total of about 10,000 people are buried in the City of the Dead. The crypts are made of large stones held together with limestone mortar. The walls of the structures are quite thick, ranging from 50 to 75 centimeters, and are covered with plaster. If you look closely, all the crypts can be divided into two large groups: semi-underground with a flat roof and tower type with a pointed gable or hipped roof. Although the semi-underground crypts look small from the outside, they actually have a large capacity. In some cases, the length of the interior reaches as much as 8 meters. The roof of the tower-shaped crypts is designed so that water does not accumulate on the roof when it rains, but flows down the slate steps. Each crypt has a hatch through which the body of the deceased was carried inside. The hatch is quite narrow, and a modern person would hardly be able to squeeze through it. However, according to local residents, climbing inside is also very dangerous. Those who disturb the peace of the dead will face a terrible death. Up to 100 people from the same family are buried in each crypt. In the old days, corpses in the crypt were mainly placed on wooden planks without coffins. However, several coffins in the form of boats, in which the deceased were laid, have been preserved. Apparently, it was believed that before entering the afterlife, the deceased had to cross the river of oblivion in a boat. Darvags is a place where the line between life and death is particularly thin. Its stone crypts, hidden among the mountains, still hold not only remains, but also an atmosphere of silence that even centuries are afraid to disturb. And yet, rumors persist. In the secret rooms, where no researcher has ever set foot, there may be more than just remains. Some believe that ancient relics, lost manuscripts, or objects of power left behind by those who knew more than ordinary people are allowed to know, are stored here. While scientists argue, locals whisper that Darvags holds not only the past, but also the key to understanding forgotten knowledge. But why did the locals avoid this place, considering it cursed? Since ancient times, Darvags has been shrouded in a dark reputation. The locals believed that anyone who entered the City of the Dead would never return. According to legend, this place holds not only the remains of ancestors, but also their souls, which do not wish to be disturbed. There were stories of strange sounds coming from the crypts, shadows flitting between the towers, and a curse that would befall anyone who dared to disturb the peace of the dead. It is these beliefs that have kept people from visiting the necropolis for centuries, allowing it to remain untouched, as if frozen in time. There is another mysterious thing. Who left the strange symbols on the crypts of Darvags, and what message do they carry through the centuries? On one of the crypts in the City of the Dead, someone from the local population left a message for future generations many centuries ago. "Look at us with love. We were like you. You will be like us." That's right, you couldn't say it better. Darvags is not just an ancient cemetery. It is a place where death ceases to be the end. The stone crypts built in the mountains carried not only the memory of ancestors, but also a deep sacred meaning. Each of them is like a separate portal to the world of spirits, to the world of mysteries, to the world of what man cannot explain. It is believed that the crypts served not only as tombs, they were temples of memory created so that souls would not wander in emptiness. Perhaps Darvags is an ancient center where rites of passage took place, where the dead did not live, but the immortal did. A place where the past and the present merge in a single breath. At the turn of the 18th and 19th centuries, cholera raged in these areas, wiping out most of the local population. To stop the epidemic, the sick residents of Darvags went to live in the City of the Dead. They lived in crypts, and their relatives brought them food and drink. Only a few survived the terrible disease. The rest died in these crypts. Many years later, they were found by archaeologists. Many of them were found in sitting positions. The last burials in Darvags date back to the early 19th century. Around this time, the mountain dwellers began to move down to the plains. As already mentioned, almost no one lives in the village now. There are few tourists here as well. In 2002, the Caucasus glacier destroyed the road, making it difficult to reach the City of the Dead. Darvags remains a silent witness to the centuries. Its stone crypts look at the world with cold calm, as if they hold more than just remains. Time has frozen here, and secrets live their own lives, never fully revealed. Perhaps we will never know the whole truth. But that is what makes Darvags eternal. Don't forget to subscribe and like. See you soon.